Another day, another story. It was the day of my interview at the prestigious law firm downtown. I had always dreamed of becoming a lawyer, and this was my chance to make it happen. I woke up early and got dressed in my best suit. As I was getting ready, I realized that I had forgotten to print out my resume. I panicked and had to rush to the library to print it out before heading to the interview. When I arrived at the law firm, I was greeted by a receptionist who asked me to take a seat in the waiting area. I nervously sat down and started going over my notes. That's when I noticed a small typo in my cover letter. I tried to stay calm and fixed the error with a pen I had in my bag. Finally, it was my turn to be interviewed. I walked into the room, and there were 3 people sitting at a large table. They asked me some basic questions about my education and experience, and I answered them confidently. But then, they started asking me some tougher questions that I hadn't prepared for. I stumbled over my words and didn't know how to respond. One of the interviewers noticed that I was nervous and asked me if I needed a glass of water. I gratefully accepted and took a sip. But as I was drinking, I accidentally spilled some water on my shirt. I was so embarrassed and tried to wipe it off with a tissue, but it just made the stain worse. Despite my mistakes, the interviewers seemed impressed with my passion for law and my willingness to learn. They told me that they would let me know within a few days if I had been selected for the next round of interviews. As I walked out of the law firm, I felt a mix of emotions. I was proud of myself for making it through the interview, but I couldn't help but feel like I had made a lot of mistakes. I was sure that I hadn't gotten the job. But then, a few days later, I received an email from the law firm inviting me back for a second interview. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited and nervous at the same time. I spent the next few days preparing for the interview, researching the firm and practicing my answers to tough questions. When I arrived at the second interview, I was determined to do my best. This time, the questions were even tougher, but I had prepared well and was able to answer them confidently. I also made sure to dress impeccably and triple-checked my resume and cover letter for errors. A few days later, I received another email from the law firm. This time, it was a job offer. I was over the moon with excitement and couldn't wait to start my new career as a lawyer. Looking back, I realized that my mistakes during the first interview actually helped me in the end. They showed the interviewers that I was human, that I was willing to admit my mistakes, and that I was determined to improve. And I think that's what ultimately got me the job. So, to anyone else out there who's nervous about a job interview or making mistakes in general, just remember that it's okay to mess up sometimes. It's how you handle those mistakes and learn from them that really matters in the end.
What was your reaction to this story? Comment below about what type of drama you